What's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that at the end of this video, you can help me out with something, or I can get you to take a closer look at what's going on in your life. Either way, I'm pretty happy. That bump back there was like nothing, and that's usually a thing. We're gonna hit some roads today. I know, I lied in the last video and I talked about suspension quite a bit, but I like to get my thoughts as they occur on camera. So today we're gonna talk confidence on a bike. See, confidence is one of the biggest things you can do to improve your riding ability. If you have the confidence to lean the bike over in a corner, or you have the confidence to mash on the brakes. Now I have to downshift. But seriously, if you have the confidence, you're gonna ride better. I'm not a confident man, no. I know I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night and I played a confident man on your TV. I come across as very confident. But unfortunately, folks, the truth lies somewhere away from that. I'm not a very confident man on the bike. I am confident to talk at a camera, to talk to you. I'm confident to wave. And I know what you're thinking. I wave my camera around handheld fairly infrequently, but I do it. And I get that, I do. But I am not a confident rider. I went out this past weekend and I found myself quite uncomfortable on the wet roads. Now, I was able to do it because I pushed myself to do it. And today the roads are dry, by the way. But there's something going on in my head. So you can't really understand the rest of this story without a little bit of a backstory. So please indulge me for a moment while I drink my coffee. Coffee. But I used to ride a lot. Not as much as I do now, but I rode quite a bit for my lifestyle. Then I wrecked my Vaquero, and I did that story in a video years ago, but the long and the short of it is, I never felt comfortable on that bike again. I don't know what it is about it. Something was wonky. Other people rode it, said the bike was fine. They said, the problem is all in your head, John. And I said, I cannot disagree with you. So I went out and I bought the Street Glide, and that fixed my confidence problem. I literally spent 1.5 years chasing my tail, trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with the bike, only to, hey, look at the light, awesome. Only to trade it in and then be a comfortable rider again. Go figure, who knew? And we will get back to why that's important to this story in just a minute. But I'd like to thank today's sponsor, coffee. Coffee is what keeps me alive. Thank you, coffee. All the people that clicked off for the sponsorship thing, they have no idea what they're missing. And I don't want to vlog at a stoplight, so skip. So this story hopefully has a happy ending, but it comes down to this past weekend's ride where I was on the wet roads, which already make me nervous. I did it at BAM, I know. And people on my live stream Saturday night said I did well. I don't understand what goes on in my head. And if somebody can help me, I'm gonna be all the better for it. But I have spent a lot of time trying to figure out where the disconnect lies. Because I know I can do the thing. I can get out there, I can ride the bike. I forced myself to do it to get the foggy shots. Here's one now. I really wanted that foggy shot, and I got it. But I was kind of a nervous wreck. And then I started riding around, and I was blaming the new suspension, thinking, ooh, my new suspension technology suspenders are somehow causing a slipping feeling in the bike. And I don't think they are. And I spoke to 2 friends of mine, Dewey Rides and Moto Ramblings, both, whoa. I don't know if you heard that, but I stuttered it. Not to make fun of people with a speech impediment. Don't get twisted. But I talked to Patrick and Dewey, and they were like, yeah, sounds like everything's normal. You just have to get used to the bike. So I mentioned in the first ride video, 2 months ago now, that first ride with the suspension anyway, that the bike wants to fall into corners. That was the weirdest thing, and I hope I have it on camera, but this thing said recording stopped. I didn't touch it. So I sort of felt like the bike was falling into corners, right? It's just, it leans over really easy. Now I'm on a dry road here, and I feel nothing untoward. Maybe the tires are starting to cup again a little bit. Maybe the wheel bearings are starting to wear a little bit. I don't really know. I'm not a mechanic, but I do know that my head is very finely tuned to the bike. I thought about tire pressures, right? So this morning I got out to the bike, I pulled it out of the trailer, I checked the tire pressures. The front was 3 psi low and the back was maybe 2. So they were off by a little bit, and actually it does feel a little bit better. So they need higher pressures, not lower ones, to be more comfortable for me. Oh, pole position in the number 1 lane. Now let's see, they just got a light, so we should be able to do a jump off. This video is gonna be 20 minutes long, John. All right, we got a few seconds. I just wanted to double check. 2019 Street Glide Special. Big old flux capacitor in the front. We got our suspension technology, suspenders. Say that 5 times fast, you'll screw it up as much as me. We got our horn. Is that a horn? Somebody tell me, is that a horn? Leave a comment below. And then we've got highway pegs and all the other stuff on the bike that makes it more comfortable. And I got 6 seconds. Nice. Want to race? I'm just kidding. Racing's illegal. Don't be a racer. It's good sport. Oh, he's putting it in sport mode. He put his seatbelt on. He's strapping it down tight. He's ready for the big race. Think he could beat the Harley 114? I don't think so. I think he's in a Hyundai. And it's not a fast Hyundai. We're going to find out in about 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just kidding. There's no racing going on. Jeez. Don't get your panties in a bunch, man. All right, let's go around the corner. Planted. Absolutely freaking planted. See, this is the confidence boost I needed. I needed you to tell me it was going to be all right. You did comment below and tell me it was going to be all right like 2 minutes ago, right? Oh, yeah. But it comes down to having to learn how the bike handles, because it handles so much better. And I might remember where I was. I was talking about how I had 25,000 miles of muscle memory, and he's going to Leisure World. It's a retirement home. Retirement community, excuse me. It's a community. And somebody's smoking weed. I can smell it. Yep, I can smell it. Anyway, back on track. I got 25,000 miles of muscle memory of, on this bike, I do that and the bike moves this much. I get that. I got to relearn. I got to do some tinkering and relearn some stuff. But my goodness, this road has never been this smooth. I'm riding along like, where am I? Whose bike am I on? That bump right there was not jarring. Here's the other thing. I said the bike likes to fall into corners. When I make tight turns, like at intersections, that's what it likes to do. So we're in second gear. We lean the bike in. And I did that 5 miles an hour faster than I ever have without even thinking. So here's what I'm doing to try and mitigate the crap that's going on in my head. Because I know I'm the cause of any issues. The loosest nut on most bikes is between the seat and the handlebars. Remember that. So I am trying to isolate my movements. So typically I'll go around a corner, I'll lean in like this, I'll push the bars, I go over. Right now I'm gonna lean with the bike and do what it wants to do using nothing but the one input. My hand on the handlebar pushing forward. All right, make sure we don't get hit by side traffic. Nope, we're good. Holy wow! All right, that was a confidence boost. That was like 20-some mile an hour. I get it. Every one of you out there rides faster than me, and that's okay. I don't care. I follow, oh, that dog wanted me. Woo. I follow my buddy Jack's advice. HDR, Harley Day Rider. He says, ride your own ride. And he is right. Sometimes I say, and he's not wrong, but that implies some level of not rightness. Nope, he's right. Ride your own ride. Now, I just hope it doesn't rain later today, and I can really get that big old confidence boost I need riding home on my normal back roads. And now for a time and temperature check. It is currently December. That's your time frame. It is early December. This is the third ride on the Suspension Technologies suspenders. And temperature. It is 49 degrees out. Heated grips are on about 3. John's confidence level is about a 6 right now. Started off with a 2. So I got that going for me. I do have that going for me. And you know what? Let's do the thing. Lean the bike, John. Gotta lean the bike. I don't know why I'm so daggone scared to lean the frickin' bike sometimes. In my own defense, Saturday's ride was on my first sips of coffee, no food in 14 hours or so, and I got 5 hours of sleep. So not a great combination for riding a motorbike competently. No, my friends, it was not. And that wasn't a test on purpose to see if I could do it under such horrible conditions or lack of taking care of my body. And they should really time these lights better. I just watched my turn light turn red. They could have left it all green together, and then I wouldn't have to sit at this light too. You know, if the traffic planners really wanted to help lower pollution, they'd lower the amount of time people spend at red lights. Just a thought. But I did confirm that the bike does sit lower, and if I pull the bike out perpendicular to the ground, so perfectly upright, it doesn't scrape the transition flap. So, that was a highway jaunt and a half. My goodness. Are my eyes still bugging out of my head or what? Oh, man. Look, I live in the Washington, D.C. area, which apparently you drive by Braille because the roads are so gosh darn bumpy. They're just I hit at least a dozen bumps that would threaten to, if not fully outright, bottom out the stock suspension when set up properly. They have for years. It's not even a recent thing. But then I hit them on the Suspension Technologies, and it's like, yo, dude, there's a bump there. I got you, okay? Don't worry about it. Keep moving. And I looked down at my speedometer one time, and I was doing the speed limit. Like, that was fast. I was doing the speed limit. So, I think I got my confidence boost for the day. This is awesome. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna record on the way home. Go. Come on, people. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. And by the way, this bomb, that bump right there used to knock me out of my seat by about 2 inches. Not anymore, baby. Not anymore.